Yeah, I'll get an early walk in today. It's so hot. It's going to be 100 degrees for the next 4 days. Maybe we'll see some sunrise here. A little cool breeze. Well, for the technical nerd side here, I'm going to run 4K 30 light and got the RF 15 to 30 on there. We'll see how it does. Got the first step of enhanced image stabilization. Comes a car, so I better stop off here. Running ISO 1250. Got the exposure locked in so it gets a nice sky color, because I'm not getting any detail on the highway or anything. That's okay. We'll open it up later. Running the lens wide open at a 60th of a second shutter speed. Now they came along here about a week or two ago and mowed this, destroyed some of my favorite plants along the way, but the grass did need to be mowed along here, maybe not so far into the ditches. We still have weeds that are, oh boy, they must be 10 foot tall, like on the side there, way above me. We got some sunflower action going on here. Take a look at those. Yeah, the mower destroyed a lot of those beautiful grasses I loved along the way here. What are these called? Snow on the mountain. Few of them left. I'd taken this picture in Friends of the Flint Hills with my cell phone against that hedge post there. It's like probably about a 9 or 10 inch diameter post. Sunrise isn't happening yet. It's getting a little brighter out here. Nice little breeze though. Yeah, we got a half-inch of rain the other day. So it made some spots in here a little bit muddy. Used to to be a crane that would reside in here. Kicked them out one day and haven't seen them since. But the water's just about gone here. Cottonwoods making some noise. I was going to use this walk as kind of a monologue to talk about the people that you meet when you go on vacation. But I just feel a little lazy this morning. I just want to enjoy the nature here. Got a bunny rabbit over there. So we can kick him out of the road here. There he goes. I don't know if you saw that. Sumac is bright red. Leaves aren't red yet. You know, you talk about red. There's a beautiful milo fields west of Walton on the Walton Road. I haven't seen milo around here for a long time. I forgot how pretty it is. Last time, well, first time we walked on this road, after they had mowed it, found all kinds of wire on the road. I just toss it into the fence row there. They must have kicked up some fencing or something when they mowed. Just spread it all over here, kind of like the county did at my place across the road from where I live. Kicked up a roll of fencing and spread it on the highway. And here's the tar pit. And this pond that was to the right totally dried up here a couple weeks ago. You can see nothing of it now. Actually drive through here with a vehicle, I think, as long as you didn't get off to the side into the ruts. Still deep ruts, but as long as it's not wet down in here, you can kind of straddle it. Of course, got the mat there yet someone used, either to keep their feet clean or to put it underneath the wheels to get some traction. I don't know. Trash. Dog food bag. Surprised I don't hear very many birds. There's a lack of water in this area now. Of course, the flies are swarming me now, as they always do in this area. And there's what they did with that tree that was coming over the road. They just pushed it off to the side. Someone left some tires in there. You know, on the other side here, you can see where they just pushed all these bushes. That seems to be the operando today. I have a field drive a quarter mile west of my place, and the trees were coming in a little bit on it. So what the guy who rents it, he just went in there and plowed those trees down, pushed them into the other property, which I didn't think was quite right, but you see a lot of that. They don't deal with the trees, they just plow them, push them. Trucks are waking up on Highway 50. Let's see, my beautiful pasture. Not my pasture here, but it is a beautiful pasture. They swapped it and baled it here earlier. Beautiful. It's like a nice meadow. Probably about 20 acres here. Yeah, I wanted to do this same walk through the seasons. And I thought since they mowed it, you get a different feel for the road here. See what effects the mowing had on it. The dryness that we've had in the last month or two. Oh, I tell you what, that breeze coming up from the south feels good now. Still probably about 75 to 80 degrees. Oh, this sunrise is reminding me of a song by the Manhattan Transfer called The Twilight Zone. And I haven't listened to much of their music lately, but we were in there's a combination thrift shop, grocery store, in Swatch, Colorado, and in the thrift store side they had a stack of maybe 20 CDs, and they had a Manhattan Transfer CD and a Gloria Estefan CD, which I've been collecting, and so man, I couldn't pass that up, so I played it here the other day, and it was a live recording, and they had that song Twilight Zone on it. Of course, this isn't twilight, it's sunrise, but that's okay. I'm not picky with how I perceive things. I think I will tell one story about the last day of our trip. We went into Westcliff and stayed there at an Airbnb that was about a few miles out of town. Crossed a little hill here and looked like a nice church or something like that, kind of a white with a steeple. What happened to be a historic ranch. So we stopped in there and they gave us a tour of the house. And the guy that gave us a tour of the outside facilities said, you need to go to Westcliff and go to Andy Mass' studio. His art gallery there. So we went and shopped up and down a couple block area they have there, small town, and walked in there, and there's an Amish man, young, I think he was like 27 possibly, does these black and white pencil drawings that are just exquisite. But his backstory is very interesting, and I would suggest you look it up online. But we were talking there, And he says, well, I didn't realize it, the conservative Mennonites, as well as the Amish, have moved into that area. And there's even a church there, Mennonite church. And he said the First National Bank out of Hutchinson, Kansas, is going to open a branch there because they had a lot of dealings with the conservative Mennonites in the Yoder, Kansas area, or west of Hutch, in that area. And sure enough, I looked it up online. In October, they're going to be opening a branch. But that is the neatest town, Westcliff. They've advertised themselves as a dark sky community. Oh, the sun's just poking up there. You can see it there, behind the post there. But that dark sky community is where the skies are dark because they don't have a lot of ambient light pollution. And you get a wonderful view of the stars. If you go down the main street that heads west, at the end of the block there, they've got a nice new facility, kind of a park. You can actually back into the parking spaces. It's designed that way, and see the sunset or the stars there to the west. It opens up to one of the bigger valleys that has ranching through it and the mountains in the backdrop. Just a beautiful scene. Maybe I'll post a picture here of that. I'll do a video on it. I've been posting videos on my YouTube channel, and I haven't finished them yet. I've got maybe 3 more to do. Diane would call them ticklers. You know, you pull and then you tickle each other. Oh, this Andy Mast, in his studio there, he had a sculpture that somewhat reminiscent of a Remington sculpture. Said it was by a local artist there. And so we got to talking about that, since I grew up on Remington's place here in Kansas. Got a sheep ranch here. But I was just curious if he had heard of Phil Epp, just east of Newton, right off of First Street is where he lives, and he's done local artwork, and he's a full-time artist, pretty well received, part of some cowboy art guilds and stuff. And asked him if this Andy was involved in organizations like that, and he said he wasn't, but I think he's received awards though. But Andy said he's been to Phil Epp's studio here, which I thought was interesting. Now I hear the train for the first time. We're starting to get quite a bit of sunlight. Got a shadow. As I walk here, you can see my shadow. I'll wave at you here. Oh, you just got to get up early to walk. Man, sometimes you got to force yourself. Come to the pines here along the road. How long are they going to last? And they'll never be replaced. Well, thanks for coming along this morning. I've been doing this probably about a year now, just taking these walks. And I hope you enjoy seeing the different seasons and what happens